How's it going there in Lake Baptist Church, family? Praying you're doing well. What I'm praying for is that not only are you surviving during all of this ordeal, but actually you find yourself thriving in your faith to the Lord. Now, I want to share with you a very grown-up adult Bible story. Now, you may not think this is a very grown-up Bible story because it happens to be one of the favorite Bible stories that we use in our children's department. But I want to share with you just for a moment the very adult Bible story of Zacchaeus. That's right, the guy that climbed up in a tree, the very same Zacchaeus. Now, the story of Zacchaeus is more than meets the eye because Zacchaeus was more than just a wee little man, and a wee little man was he. Matter of fact, he was a tax collector, which means in Jewish eyes, he was a traitor. He robbed people. He was a crook and a thief, especially during a time of national crisis. And so the Bible description of Zacchaeus, if you read it closely, says that he was a notorious sinner. And when you think about it, that's kind of the same description that the newspapers used in the 1920s to describe Al Capone. And so Zacchaeus was kind of like that kind of guy. Now, when Jesus came to Jericho, there was no time for Zacchaeus to buy his way to a front row seat or to bribe his way to a front row seat, and people could care less whether Zacchaeus could see Jesus or not. So he climbed a tree. Now, we don't know why he climbed the tree. Maybe he just wanted to see the most famous guy in town. But when Jesus came by, we know that Jesus knew him. He called him by name. But not only did Jesus know his name, but Jesus knew his heart. And so when Jesus looked up there and said, Zacchaeus, come on down. I'd like to dine in your house. Think about this. Here's the most righteous man that people had ever met, wanting to dine at the most notorious sinner in town. And it changed his life forever. Now, how do we know it changed his life forever? When Jesus got to his house, did Zacchaeus pray a certain prayer and invite Jesus into his heart? Well, there's no prayer recorded that Zacchaeus prayed. But Jesus himself said that salvation had come to Zacchaeus and to his household. Well, why? Because of what Zacchaeus said. If I have robbed anybody, if I've wronged anybody, I'll return it fourfold. And so he made restitution. Now, the bottom line is, Jesus said salvation had come to Zacchaeus because of a life change. And his life change happened because all of a sudden he began to care about other people. He began to care about righting some wrongs. And also he began to care about the needs of others that he'd done wrong. You see, listen, you may have your own idea of what salvation is, but according to Jesus, if your salvation or my salvation does not cause us to be compassionate toward others and calls us to want to do something for others, then whatever salvation we think we have, it's not Jesus' brand of salvation. Now, I said all that to say this on this update. Got two really important things that we want to share with you of how you and I can get involved in caring for others. Now, for a pastor's heart like mine, I can't tell you how thrilled I am that I'm getting so many calls and texts and emails of people in our church saying, Pastor, how can I help? What can I do? What needs are out there among our people or others that we can get involved in? I'm telling you, as a pastor, that absolutely thrills my heart. So, having said that, there are two things that we want you to know about that you can get involved in. The first thing is the Beatitude House. Now, the Beatitude House is a reputable ministry sponsored by the New South River Baptist Association that we already support in our budget. And so they have a need. Now, we already helped the Beatitude House with loading them down with supplies left over from our backpack ministry that we weren't using at the time. But now they have a financial need. They don't need another case of cream corn, but they do need some finances in order to purchase things that they really do need. So if you'll go online, go to b3church.org. If you click on the Give tab and you scroll down, you'll see a line item there for Beatitude House, and you can give a financial donation to Beatitude House. Now, some of you can't give. Some of you are not in a position to give money, and we understand that. So we've got another very exciting venue that we're going to participate in this coming Sunday between 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock. And we want to shower, so to speak. We want to give some donated items to one of the great ministries in town, and that's the Agape Pregnancy Center. So this Sunday from 1 to 4, the staff and myself will be in the upper parking lot. You can bring, they need diapers, they need baby clothes, they need food items, they need anything that happens to do with babies. And don't bring your old wore out stuff, but bring what you can. And between 1 and 4, we're going to be up here in the upper parking lot. The staff will be here. We'll get to see you. We won't get too close, but we'd love to see you. If you need prayer, we'll be here to have prayer with you. And while we take your donated items, then we'll just get to fellowship just a little bit, and we'll do it behind our mask. You'll still be able to recognize us, I think. So anyway, go online to our webpage, and you can click on the graphic there that talks about the Agape Pregnancy Center. Has a list of some of the things they need. And remember, if you got to go to the store to get some of these things, be safe and be careful. But I hope you'll participate. If you can give. If you can buy some diapers, buy some diapers. It goes a long, long way. All right, well, once again, I'm going to do it again, 9:30, 11:11, online. And I got to tell you, folks, the online, God is blessing in a tremendous way. And you'll be able to find out about that, about what God is doing online. We're having people come to know Jesus. Matter of fact, this Sunday at 4 o'clock, we're having a baptism for some people that got saved online. So it's a tremendous thing that God is doing at the lake in these days. Keep it up. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you for your participation. We love you guys. Can't wait to join you online. And if you got some baby items and you want to swing by between 1 and 4 this Sunday, we'll get to see you physically. That'd be pretty cool. Love you guys. We'll see you then.